Good evening, everyone. It is another episode of the Last Week in PECO show where we talk about our PECO index token. My name is Cream. I am your host for today, as you know, because you've already been listening to this show and you are a regular subscriber. Today, we are not on the PECO homepage because we have launched a new Amun.com homepage. And I just wanted to take you guys through the homepage so you can get a feel of what's going on. Like we have the usual slogan here, let us simplify your DeFi. You have the products here, everything's nice and summarized. Things don't look that great, you know, the market's not been well, but forget about that. I mean, this just looks cool. You got to enjoy the coolness, right? You know, the Ethereum, the DMX, the Polygon stuff. You got there, we have partnerships as well, right? Getting started, launch the app, connect to wallet, select a token, mint or swap. The latest news, like all the stuff that gets posted on our Medium, that's very cool as well. You've got the social stuff there, Discord and Telegram where you can find me, Twitter as well, because I can also sometimes reply on the Amun account. Again, more Medium is mentioned. The research newsletter, which is really, really cool to subscribe to. They always have lots of cool information. An FAQ section on the bottom. What is a basket token? How can I acquire Amun's tokens? What is an ecosystem token? What wallets does Amun support? This is really useful because when PECO launched, a lot of you were confused and, you know, were unsure what wallets you could use. Here, the wallets are spelled out very, very clearly. And again, here's another newsletter part, socials on the bottom, and that is the new, kind of the newest part of our site. Now let's look at another window, which is the PECO window. So as usual, we're going to look at the price action for the week, but you can see this is also kind of new. The tokens dashboard is looking new and shiny and wonderful. And you get to see the total market cap. You get to see discount on Ethereum, right? You get to see discount on Matic at the moment. PECO doesn't look that great, but I mean, it is only down 1.2% compared to like the rest of the market overall. PECO is sitting at $5.36. So let's look at the start of the week. PECO on the 28th of January, right, was at $5.43. Then we going up to like a peak, visually speaking, of $5.75 on the 29th. And it's sort of like horizontal action. We go all the way down to the bottom on the 31st of January, $5.25. And we go up again a little bit on the 2nd of February, $5.69. And then we go down all the way to the 3rd, which is yesterday, 9 p.m., $5.25. And we're currently sitting at the price of $5.36 at the moment. So this is our new dashboard. This is a description of what PECO is. Allocations, you can see what it is, right? Aavegotchi, from the guys who watched the previous episodes, is now the second biggest allocation for PECO, sitting at 22.74%. Quickswap is number 3, 15.49%. Cheetah number 4, Gains number 5. DFYN has slipped down to the bottom. This is the methodology for PECO. Again, you guys can read this all by yourself because we have talked about it before. Governance and social on the bottom. Okay. So this is PECO. So as usual, right, the last week in PECO, if you're new to this show, is we are talking about the news of the individual constituents, right? Usually I try to do this in order, but as usual, right, we're going to start off with Matic's news. So today's news is from Cointelegraph on February 2nd, 2 days ago. Ethereum-based AR metaverse ecosystem adopts Polygon to address scaling. All right, scaling is a big issue. Ethereum fees are still through the roof. So this is a token, you probably would have seen it on Binance or some of the other biggest exchanges. OVR, right? OVR, a decentralized augmented reality AR project that relies on NFTs, has recently decided to move from Ethereum to Polygon Matic, a layer 2 chain that ensures greater scalability and flexibility. Okay, decentralized AR experience. AR, for those of you who don't know, is augmented reality. It's different from virtual reality. I've played around with VR. So augmented reality is, you've probably seen those AR games like the Walking Dead game or like Pokemon Go and stuff, where you move around with your phone and you get to see and catch Pokemon. It's really cool. I mean, probably the biggest AR experience that's coming is the Apple, AR glasses, because Apple has said like VR is not going to be a thing. AR is going to be a thing. So they've invested billions of dollars in developing AR, and supposedly their headset is coming out next year or end of this year, and it's going to be pricey, like $1,500 for a pair of AR glasses. So this is a decentralized AR experience. More insights on OVR. So OVR land, which are NFTs representing the parcels of land mapped on the physical world. OVR token, it is a fungible token, right? So different from NFTs, which is non-fungible, that lets users get access to a variety of operations inside the ecosystem, such as buying land. Advantages of Polygon, we already know, right? Because PECO is built on Polygon, low cost, low gas fees, Polygon's doing really well for adoption. It's EVM compatibility, right? So Ethereum virtual machine. So anything that works on Ethereum, which is pretty much everything except our upcoming Soli token. And let's look at what OVR is. So this is OVR, the metaverse platform, right? And you can see the sort of Anubis statue over there, a Stargate looking thing. And then it says closed auctions, currently open, burned tokens. Those are OVR tokens. Get your own OVR land or participate in an auction to get it. Buy OVR land, start building. This looks really cool. Awards official contest portal is now live. Everything is possible. 1.6 trillion. So I really don't know much about OVR, but it's listed on Coinbase, Crypto, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. I'm pretty sure it's listed on Binance as well, because I think I've seen it on Binance. All the partnerships they have here. Explore the world over the reality. OVR landowners will be able to contextualize custom experiences related to specific geographical locations. If you've played Pokemon Go, right? So where I live in Taiwan, it's a city called Kaohsiung. There's a place called the Cultural Center, and that's where all the Pokemon Go players are going, because despite Pokemon Go not being popular in the West anymore, it is very popular here in Asia, of course, Pokemon. So people go there to meet and battle each other in the Pokemon Gym, I think that's called. I'm not a Pokemon player. And earn OVR tokens, all right, OVR nodes, OVR live events, art gallery, augmented reality. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Overall looks very cool. Augmented reality is what a lot of people say the future is going to be, just because virtual reality, people don't like, well, I should say, some people, I don't mind being cut off from the real world, but a lot of people do mind being cut off. So like I've done VR, a bunch of different solutions to VR, and I find it cool. I find it awesome. From a gaming perspective, I think the problem with VR is that I haven't found a game that says I have to be using VR in order to enjoy this game. And I think AR is coming, and I think it's going to do something good. I think OVR, it definitely has a lot of good possibilities behind it. Let's move on. Let's talk about Quickswap. So Quickswap, 3 reasons why Quickswap price spiked by 50%. Again, this is another February 2nd story. Quick price gained 50% shortly after a partnership with Celsius proves that the platform is serious about bridging the gap between DeFi and CeFi. So CeFi, again, is centralized finance. All right, this is just more talking about it, and this talks about the detail. So it says, the most significant recent development for Quickswap was the announcement that the DEX partnered with Celsius, the DeFi arm of the Celsius banking and financial services platform that is focused on integrating CeFi and DeFi. So if you guys don't know who Celsius are very similar to Nexo, very similar to Vault, who we talked about on the last episode of Last Week in PECO. Basically platforms where you can put your crypto inside, very safe or relatively safe platforms, not financial advice. But you can give them your crypto and you'll earn interest. It's far simpler than, I would say, providing or staking it or transferring stuff to your MetaMask. It's pretty much from your centralized exchange, you transfer it to Nexo, you transfer it to Celsius, you earn some interest in a sort of safe way. And like Nexo, I believe Celsius has insurance as well. So if something happens, they are insured, so you are going to get your money back in some way or another. And it says DeFi is about to get a lot more interesting. Celsius X DeFi, X Quickswap, X Polygon. Now that is progress. New liquidity pools could attract a new breed of investor. A second factor helping to bolster the price and momentum of Quick has been the launch of multiple new liquidity and sitter pools. This could be a bullish sign, especially when considering that a handful of projects launched an integrated bridges to the Polygon network in January. And that is Quickswap's tweet. We just added rewards for Book, ATL, 𝕠𝕕𝕆, ORARE, AWX, Keyfi, Cephalid, and Ensure. These reward pools are now live with our modified reward structure. We added new sitter pools for Relay, BCMC, and Orbs. Quickswap is powered by Matic. New staking options for stablecoin holders, right? With the way the market is at the moment, right? Of course, a lot of people are converting their crypto into stablecoins. And when the market picks back up again, convert your stablecoins back into altcoins or BTC or Ethereum, whatever. Those are pretty decent APYs right there. So as guys, let me remind you, All the links for the stories will be in the show notes. So on your podcast app, on YouTube, you just go down and you click the down arrow, you have a look, and yeah, you can check these stories out for yourself and come to your own conclusions or your own opinions, because I am not God, right? I do not have the ultimate knowledge or behind the scenes knowledge, despite what you may think. So Aavegotchi has released their January update, and they are doing really well, because I mean, anything relating to NFTs, the metaverse is still pumping like crazy. Full steam ahead, right? The new year started with fireworks for the Gotchi gang, introducing the gaming Bible. We talked about that on the last episode. DeFi RPG wearables raffle, ghostmatic pull edit, AGIP 18 approved. That's Aavegotchi improvement proposal. Creator of Phase Quest joins Aavegotchi team. Rarity farming, ghostmatic and realm voting power added to snapshot. 𝕲𝕗 enters the Gotchiverse. All right, this is the Bible, stress test stuff, wearables, and there's all the wearables over there. Those look really cool. Ghostmatic pull added, 3 friends per token. That's kind of cool. Approved by the Aavegotchi DAO last month. The goal of the patch was to adjust a few errors of the Gotchiverse, right? We talked about that as well. The creator of Facebook is 𝕉𝕚𝕝𝕝𝕝. Rarity farming, Z2N badges distributed. Ghostmatic and realm voting power added to snapshot. 𝕲𝕗 has entered. They'll receive their very own partner-sized parcel. The curve, the friendliest community in crypto, is added again. Sushi Vader XP event. Minigame built by community architect Rick Jones was back and better. We held a minigame leaderboard XP event. That's kind of cool. It's like Space Invaders, but with sushi, and hopefully that's related to SushiSwap as well. Epic meme contest. That looks like Will Smith, maybe? And that is it, right? A preview of February. Gotchiverse Gaming Bible, important core props, more Gotchi educational videos, stress test 3, much more. These guys always have really cool blog posts. So if you're bullish on Aavegotchi, if you're excited about them, and they have tons of stuff going on all the time, very up and coming project, or just up project really. All right, let's move on to 𝕲𝕗. So for 𝕲𝕗, right, Chia P064 add staked ghost, right, linked to Aavegotchi as collateral for 𝕿𝕑, and everyone voted yes for the moment. Yeah, I believe it is, right? Current results. Increased demand for borrowing against Ghost and 𝕲𝕗 allow users to benefit from staking for friends and borrowing 𝕿𝕑. So when you stake a Ghost, if you didn't realize, you get rewards, which is friends. Increased TVL and revenue from heightened demand for 𝕿𝕑 minting. So it looks like pretty much everyone has voted, and these are all the different options. There's no option. It's just different amounts of collateral, and that's cool, right? 𝕲𝕗 is always looking for ways to sort of leverage their 𝕿𝕑 token and expand collateral. If you are not following their Twitter, you should, because they're usually mentioning a couple of things in a month about what you can do with them. All right, and let's go to DFYN. So there's no specific story for DFYN today, but I just want to go through their Twitter and we can see what's going on there. All right, and 15 hours ago, they had a trading competition, right? Over $1 million traded by top 10 traders alone. Congrats to the winners. And they have the wallet addresses, and that's cool. And so the prize pool was $12,500, right? $7,500 in DFYN, $1,000 in FRM, Matrix, Cephala, Razor, North. And then they mentioned hunting for APR, yesterday's news. Cephala USDC 779%. That's impressive. Matic DFYN. We talked about this liquidity pool last time. It's still doing pretty well. Triple digits are always good. Start farming. What are you waiting for? I'm constantly switching decks for APR. Have you checked out our DFYN farms? The old classic Batman and Robin and Rooter protocol, right? Wait, what? DFYN now is now a feast token on Rooter protocol bridge. All right, and that is it, right? So those are some cool stories from DFYN. Let's switch on to Gains, because Gains has been improving. I just checked out the webpage yesterday. It shows total volume traded at $4 billion. That's impressive. So they have a little summary right here. Trading volume for January, $2.152 billion. That is crazy. Total revenue, right? They made $4 million, right? That's impressive. 4.78% went to the development team. 95.22% flowed back into the project. GNS, holders, LPs, NFTs, link, oracles, etc. Gains network. So let's have a look at this picture. $186,000 for the development fund, $186,000 for the governance fund, $308,000 NFT bots, $66,000 for Chainlink oracles. All right, $2.284 million, right? Burning GNS, $115,000 DAI Vault over collateralization, $733,000 GNS DAI liquidity providers, $81,000 DAI stakers. Very cool, very impressive for gains. I'm very happy with that. I think most people would be very happy with that as well. That is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Last Week in PECO. I want to remind everyone that PECO is launching on Bitmart today at 11 p.m. Taiwanese time. So this is what this is about. So if you are a Bitmart holder and you're seeing this video, I'll be doing this on a weekly basis. So you get to know why PECO is so exciting, why it's something you should think about. And I hope you like it. Don't forget, things are happening next week. Please keep an eye out on our socials, our Twitter, our Discord, our Telegram, so you can be up to date on the latest things that are happening and what is launching. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys sometime next week. All right, guys, see you later.